Alright, what's up everybody? How you guys doing today? So it looks like there may have been another improvement in graphics. I just got an update on the game. And it looks crazy good. Are you guys able to hear me? I definitely hope so. Oh, there we go. Look at this. Is it me or do the graphics look better than ever? Something is definitely different. So the game just updated. Look at these graphics. I mean, that seriously looks ridiculous. Like completely ridiculous. That's gotta be a graphics upgrade. Yeah, everything looks so much nicer. Look at this. That's about as HD as you can get right there. Holy crap. Alright, I gotta start my cruise wildcard. But yeah, my game just updated and it is beautiful. It is beautiful. Alright. That's amazing. Wow. I mean, it was good the way it was, but now it just looks like crazy, crazy, crazy good. Alright, our wild card has been activated. Ryan, how you doing? Cart, hello, hello. Clay, nice to see you. David, what's up? William D. Tournaments, get off my screen. I'm not gonna... Wow, this is crazy looking. Alright, let me find a car to live race. You know what? Maybe I got an idea. I kind of want to drive the Huna truck today. It's a beautiful car. I haven't driven this thing in a long time. Let me check the setup really quick. Is Prestige Cup a good car? It's okay. It's not a wonderful car, but it's a pretty decent car. It's overall nice, right? Gosh, these graphics look killer. Hopefully they look as nice for you guys as they look for me. I'm not really sure how good the stream quality is, but... Alright, let's see where we're at on parts here really quick. Let's check this out. Alright, so I got my transmission on stage 4, tires on 3, and nitrous is on stage 2. That gives me 1,500 Evo. You know what? Let me go ahead and do something a little bit crazy. Let's put the body up to stage 3 and see if that boosts my Evo by much. Higher Evo is always good, so let's see if that does anything good for me. Normally, oh yeah, that put me up over 1,700. Let me tune it really quick. After changing parts, it's going to need a quick tweak on the tune, but this should make it do much better in live. 11.621, 11.7, 630, 640. All right, hold on one second, guys and girls. 611, that's a little bit better. 601, and that should 11,591. So we're going to be in the 11.6 lobby, guys and gals. This car should be going into the 11.6 lobby. This is going to be looking good. Jamie, how was your day? Nice to see you. If I miss anybody, I'm sorry. Let me get these glasses off. I need the glasses for reading things up close, but not necessarily looking at my computer screen. So if somebody wants to type in 11, oh, Stacks already did it. So let me pin that. Melon, what's going on, my man? Pin message. There we go. There we are. You know what? I don't think I've ever showed anybody my live streaming setup. So a lot of you guys know that I have an autoimmune disease and it messes up my muscles and nerves. And I'm planning on making a video about setting up a live streaming setup. I'm not sure which one of my channels I'm going to post it on, but for somebody who's kind of bedbound and stuck in bed, but check this out. This is how I live stream. I got this little wedge pillow because I can't lay flat on my back or it goes into spasms. That keeps me kind of like half on my side. I balance this little keyboard on my hip. I've got this beanbag mouse pad here. I got a couple of microphone boom arms. So this is my camera. I got my microphone on some boom arms that attach to this little nightstand. And this is the way I live stream for you guys because I can't sit in a chair for hours at a time. And the green sheets on my bed work like a green screen so I can cut out the background. So it sucks having disabilities and whatnot, but you know what? I make it work for you guys. So the only thing that sucks is I do have to have I got these 15-foot wires, right? I got 15-foot wires that run from, I got a computer monitor sitting in front of me on a rolling cart. So I got like a 15-foot HDI cable that runs across the floor and back to the computer. And then I had to buy a really long power cable for the monitor. So it's a little bit of a pain in the butt, but you know, this is how I live stream and it definitely works. It definitely works. But yeah, I'm actually going to make a video about how to do this one of these days. That's probably going to be, I don't know if I'm going to release that on one of my gaming channels or if I'm going to release that on my audio and reviews channel, but that's my crazy live streaming setup. And then, you know, the green sheets, I can turn on the chroma key and it doesn't really look like, you know, I'm just kind of like, cuts out all the background and nobody knows. Nobody can tell that I'm laying in bed, which is probably a lot of people, if they don't know why I'm doing that, they would just be like, that's really weird. And that's why I don't really, you know, a lot of people would probably think that was strange. But anyways, let's go do some racing. All right. Melon says, well done, Danny. Just smash the like button. Morgan, what's up, buddy? How are you doing today? Pink, what's up? What's up? Having disabilities is not much fun. I will say that. All right, there's a supply cup. That must have just went up this morning. I tried to find it last night and it wasn't there. All right, I'm trying to find live racing. That's what I'm looking for. All right. Yeah, the doctors think I have what's called stiff person syndrome. So anything that puts like pressure on my muscle, when I sit in my chair, unfortunately, after like a couple of hours, my legs go numb and my back spasms up. So I get a couple of hours to sit in my chair in the morning, and then after that, I'm pretty much stuck the rest of the day. These graphics look crazy. Look at this. I doubt they look as good for you guys as they look for me, but this is just unreal. Unreal. What's this? On-screen game controls enabled. That's weird. That must be, I don't know if you guys see that little pop-up. I see a little thing saying Shift Tab to toggle. What is that? I don't know. Weird. I'm getting an interesting notification from my Android emulator here. Oh, I didn't even pay attention to what time my car ran there, but what's up, Dark Relic? How you doing today? Stacks, how's it going, buddy? Deanne, what's up, buddy? Or Danny, right? I think you told me it was Danny, maybe. I'm so bad with remembering things. William D says, Pitters English, please. If somebody's speaking in another language, we probably can't understand it. No hablo español. Speak English. English. Do I say that right? Probably not. English. Is that how you say it? No English. I mean, wait. No habla. Okay, I'll shut up. No habla español. Gracias. I wish I knew a little bit of Spanish, but unfortunately, I do not. Yeah, Danny, all right. Danny, gotcha. I always mess up your name, I'm pretty sure. What's up, Guy? How are you today? JV says you can't force somebody to speak something they don't know. That's true, but if they want us to understand what they're saying, then unfortunately they kind of need to. Always tuned. I've got a feeling this guy is going to stomp. Look at the load-in times. Hold on a second. I'm going to do a nice slow run on this one because I think I'm going to redo my entire computer this weekend. Once a year, I usually wipe my hard drive, reinstall Windows, and then reinstall all my programs. So it's about time to do that again. It's just about time to do that again, guys and gals. William D says, that's the second ad for the dating site. So do you know why you're getting ads for dating sites? I'll tell you right now, for some reason, Google thinks that's what you're interested in right now. Google's like, man, we need to give this guy a dating site. Why it thinks that, I couldn't tell you, but that's what Google does. They're like, hey, I think this person's going to be interested in this thing. Let's show them ads for that. And apparently, it's giving you the wrong type of ads because I'm guessing you're probably not very interested in a dating site. Why does the game look so nice? ED pills. It also must think you need those. Oh, man. That's crazy. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, let me see what this thing runs if I do a basic standard shift pattern. Hey, aren't you supposed to let me win this time, sir? Is my car running well or is it running like crap? Let's find out. Alright, 11. Ooh, it's running slow. It's running slow. It may have been better before I changed the parts. Actually. Let me try it again with the kickback. We got to figure out how it runs the best. 3, 2, 1, go. No kickback that time. Second to nitrous. My goal is to make it run at 11.6. Alright, so I guess he does not want to swap, so we'll go back out to the lobby here. Alright, there we go. That's how I want to drive it. So he's got that thing set up really well. Now, I might be able to make this car run faster than this, but my goal, the way I set these up, I try to get them to run at the lobby time. That way they don't get pushed. Alright, we got Melon. What's up, Mr. Melon? Alright. I'm going to run a nice, really slow one. William D, she took your silver keys and gave you what? Play spots. What are play spots? I don't think I'm familiar with whatever that is. Alright, Melon's running a really slow one too. I could have tricked him and downshifted and ran real fast all of a sudden and won, but I didn't. Oh, man. But Flora's 5X, hello. Nice to see you. Hope you're doing awesome today. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. There we go. Let's see what that runs. So if I get the kickback, does that make the car run better or worse? And I can't get over how nice these graphics look. What did they do to the game? All right, they ran about the same time. All right, perfect. Just a little faster than Dino, not much. That's what I like to see. I like it to be capable of running a little faster than the lobby time, but I don't want it to run a lot faster. I mean, if I'm trying to set up a car for just destroying people, that's different, but setting up a nice basic live racing setup, this is about how I like to see it. Almost 3 times the Evo to performance points ratio, along with running a little bit faster than the Dino. I don't understand why this looks so amazing. All right. Crystal X, you saw somebody hiding a horse or riding a horse? If somebody was hiding a horse in your neighborhood, that's a little crazy. Danny says, Darth, 20 gold keys a pull is not worth it. For which one? Hold on. Let's find out what Darth is asking about. I mean, the majority of the cars in the silver crates and the gold crates aren't great, but... Where are we at? Alright, do you think it's worth it to spend gold keys to get the other car to finish the new event that just popped up? What is the new event that just popped up? I'm not sure what you're referring to on the new event. There's a crap load of events on the map, and most of them just recently popped up. See, the thing is, I don't have access to any of the cars on the content account right now either. So some of the cars that just came out, I can't check them out until I need to message Nitro again and see if I can get them to update that account, because it's missing a bunch of cars. So I gotta message him and get that fixed, and then I think there's going to be a bunch of new cars getting added again pretty soon, so I'll probably just wait till that happens and then get them to update that. The American thing. Oh, Phoenix. What's the prize car on Phoenix? I saw that the other day. I mean, I thought the Nova X was a pretty sweet car. So you're talking about the Phoenix Duality Cup. That has what, the pink car? Is that the pink car for the prize? I'd have to go look at it. I can't remember offhand what the prize was off of that one. Or which cars you need for it. I don't have a good memory. You guys all should know that. My memory sucks. It's really bad. My memory's terrible. A Camaro with a huge wing. Actually, I haven't got to play with that car, so I don't know if that thing's any good. It looks freaking awesome, though. I hope that car is good because it looks amazing. But I have no idea. I don't have access to it right now, unfortunately. William D, what about front and back, buddy? You're talking about wings on the front and the back? Yeah, I know exactly which car that is, but I never got a chance to play with it yet. It is a beautiful car, beautiful car. Unfortunately, I'm behind on shift pattern videos due to whatever. See, the content account had those cars, and then for some reason they disappeared. So something malfunctioned on there. So do you guys notice a difference in the way my microphone sounds today? I tried to, my microphone has a couple of switches on it. And I clicked the one for the bass cutoff to cut off more of the low end. I'm just wondering if it makes my voice easier to understand. Removing some of the bass from your voice makes your, usually, depending on what you're listening on, can make a voice much easier to understand. Yeah, the Do Sold or whatever. That's a beautiful car. Beautiful car. Oh, we're racing Melon again. No different on a phone speaker. Yeah, phone speakers, you'll probably... You could be talking on a $50 microphone or a $500,000 microphone, and on a phone speaker, nobody would ever know the difference. Well, maybe a little bit of a difference, but... Phone speakers aren't able to reproduce the audio quality very well. But if you're on some like good headphones or some monitors or some high-end speakers, that's where you really notice the differences. Gary says, hearing you clearly. Thank you, thank you. Clay's trying to find my lobby, but you're stuck at tuning and live racing, so I'll be happy with watching. I'll tell you what, it's not always easy to find people's lobbies. I mean, some days you get right in, other days it's kind of like, nope. What are we disconnecting, Melon? Another thing is I just got the brand new update this morning, so if you don't have it, you'll probably never find my lobby. So I tried to open the game without the update, and it just kept crashing, so I was like, ah, crap. So I installed it, and that fixed the issue. But I think it just... No, it didn't. Is that a... No, that's a tier 5 BMW. Oh, no. I'm probably not going to do it. I don't have this car set up to destroy people. It's set up to run at the lobby time, meaning... If he's got a really good tune on that thing, I don't stand a chance, so... I'm not going to race somebody for 200K. Oh, I see his name is Crazy Money Bets. Now, if I was driving a different car, I might think about it. But not in this car. This car is decent at best. This is a decent live racer. It's not a great live racer. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Whoops. I wanted to shift before I hit the nitrous, so I messed that up, but you know, it is what it is. Go, little car, go, little car, go. Got it. Ba-bam. Oh, you're running me through my car, through car speakers? You know what? I've never listened to like a YouTube video through car speakers. My car's got an old school CD player in there, so you can't hook up your phone to it or anything, right? I got an old car from 2005, and it's got a CD player that's probably from 2005, so there's no Bluetooth, no nothing, no screens, no bells and whistles, just a crappy old CD player and an FM radio. William D says, 4th ad. Yep, I got advertising turned off again, so it should only be playing the ads they're forcing on you guys now. Unfortunately, it's doing that to us all. Wait, Noah saw somebody with Sneak's Ford Focus Trackster in the Hyper lobby? So somebody either found a weird glitch for it, or somebody's cheating, because there's no way that can be in the Hyper lobby. Did you race them? I would have raced them just to see what happened. I definitely would have raced them to see what happened. That's crazy. JV says, doing delivery, I love driving. I used to drive a FedEx truck back in the day. I didn't really like it. I was not a big fan of it. It was a cool job, but man, they pushed you to the limits. So after I quit FedEx, I went to a produce delivery company, and that was actually kind of nice. Except for, you know what really sucks about delivering produce? Is you would not believe how many times you load up like 800 pounds of like big 50-pound bags of onions. You got like 400 or 600 pounds of onions on a dolly, and then you go into the business. They're like, oh, we need you to take this up or down the stairs to our attic or basement. That's where our storage is. God, that was the worst part about a produce delivery, is when you went to a restaurant that you had to go up or down stairs with hundreds of pounds of crap on your dolly. That was rough. It was an awesome job besides that part, though. I mean, if you went to like the Olive Garden or Chili's or Chick-fil-A or something, normally you just went right in the back door and the cooler was right there, and that was really easy. But when you went to some of these little mom and pop shop restaurants, and they had the upstairs or downstairs coolers and crap, oh man, that was awful. That was awful. Alright, Terry's trying to find the new update. One thing about updates on this game is sometimes, alright, they use something called staggered updates. So some people might get the update on a Sunday, some people might get it on a Monday, some people might get it on Tuesday, so everybody gets the update at different times. So I'm not sure if you don't have it available, unfortunately, you might have to wait a few days. If I remember correctly, the very first update on this game, there were so many people downloading it at the same time it crashed their servers, and I think people lost their accounts and everything went crazy. So ever since that, I believe they signed up for something called the staggered updates. That way, different people download it on different days, and it doesn't crash the game servers. So it's all kinds of crazy, actually. William D says, they screwed me on business advertising years ago and erased my Google page with 7 years of photos and a couple hundred 5-star reviews. Yeah, that would make you angry. Why did they erase it? Like, was there a reason for it? Noah says, something not directly out of your pockets, but with your time and eyes. Oh, wait a second. Bad Daddy-O, you can actually get free Wi-Fi and you watch ads? Interesting. I've never heard of anything like that existing, but that's actually pretty nice. Like, if you're... I guess it depends on how many ads you have to watch, but I guess if you're out of money, it might be worth it. Place of the chat stream locked up. I just want to say thank you to Jamie and Clay and Black Phantom and all of you guys that are channel members. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. It really does. Oh, he bet me money and I didn't notice it. I lost intentionally. Oh well. I didn't even notice. Alright. Oh, you canceled your advertising. So question, so you canceled it, but you weren't expecting them to delete your page? I don't really know how that type of thing works. I really have no idea how that works. I've never tried advertising on Google or anything, so I'm very unfamiliar with that whole process. It's called Freenet? I'm going to have to look that up just because that's interesting. Oh, you canceled it after they lost your page. Yeah, I would have done the same thing. I would have done the exact same thing. Ben C says, best CR2 mods. I'm not sure what you mean. I don't know anything about modding the game, so. If you want to know about mods, talk to like Nitro or Asho or somebody, because I can't tell you anything about them. But I will say this, if you mod the game, there's a pretty good chance your account's going to get banned at some point. So you have to be willing to take that risk. Did I find out how to hype the videos? No, I didn't actually. It doesn't seem to work for me, so. I don't think I have it. I don't think that's available for me, actually. Hyping does not seem to work. That's okay, though. Danny says, Ben, if you need the mod, then don't play. Yeah, the majority of people don't really agree with or like people modding, so. JP says, yep, but now when they are up for pulls on a good crate, thought they have been bronze keys, but they went paid on it. I'm mad. JP, I'm not sure what you mean, buddy. Gold crates require gold keys, not bronze keys. I'm not really... I don't quite follow what you said there. I'm sorry, but you thought the gold crate had bronze keys? Is that what you're saying? William D, what, after you canceled, they were still trying to bill you? Is that what you're saying? Good old Google, I'll tell you. Ah, Crystal X is one level away from a fully elite Supra. Not bad. Oh, we got Melon in another car. I'm gonna tell you what, that's a really awesome little tier 4 BMW right there. That's a great little car on tier 4 for live. Really good car. Crystal X, congrats on almost having your thingy done. All right, so JP, I still don't quite follow. So bronze crates, you can get parts with bronze keys, right? The parts crates use bronze keys. The silver crates use silver keys, and the gold crates use gold keys. And as far as I know, I've been playing the game for 9 years, and I've never seen it any other way than that. So unfortunately, I'm guessing maybe you misunderstood something about how the crates work, but bronze keys will get you parts. Silver keys will get you tier 1 to tier 5 cars. Most of the time they suck, unfortunately. And gold crates will get you tier... I'm sorry, not tier. Okay, I messed up what I said, and now I'm having a brain fart. Silver keys will get you 1-star to 5-star cars. It can be tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4, and tier 5. Golden keys can get you 3-star to 5-star cars. But generally it's going to be a 3-star or a 4-star car that nobody wants. Millen says, thanks Danny, got ads, we'll take them. Alright, you're going to watch ads for more gas, I'm guessing? Good swaps, Millen. But I mean, when it comes to the higher end cars or the purple star cars, you generally got to win those from an event. You beat a boss for a couple of them. Sometimes you can buy them with real money, or they're in the gold crates generally. Oh, okay. Yes, now I know exactly what you're talking about. So occasionally, I don't know why they do this, but occasionally part crates for event cars will be free. Or for, you get your free one every 24 hours or 48 hours or whatever it is. And every once in a while, they have an event where the Purple Star cars do have bronze key crates. But the majority of the time, they definitely cost real money, unfortunately. Now I know exactly what you're saying. Honestly, I've never paid for paid crates. That's always a bummer. So now I understand exactly what you're saying, JP. But yeah, it's nice when they give you parts for bronze keys, but unfortunately that only happens sometimes. It's kind of hit and miss. You never know if it's going to be bronze keys or paid crates when there's an event. But if it's got purple stars, you almost just have to expect it to be paid crates. And if you're lucky, there will be bronze keys during the event only. And of course, if there's no event, it's always paid crates. So it doesn't really make sense why they may choose one over the other, but that's kind of how they do it. JV says, so in reality, every car is good to keep. I mean, honestly, you never know when you're going to need something for an event. So my advice is always make sure you keep one of every car, just because if you sell something off and then you need it later, you're going to be like, crap, now I got to spend my keys to get this again type of thing. So I would say definitely keep one of every car. Generally, the only time I get rid of cars if I get duplicates. Like, I don't need 15 of the same car. I don't need 3 of the same car, generally. But if I get a duplicate, I'll normally strip it. There are a couple of cars, like the Gamera. I think I've got 3 Gameras. There's a couple of cars that I have 2 of. But generally, one of everything and strip the duplicates is how I like to do it to it. What do you mean, race void, you turd taco? My race was not void. Ben C, I play on Android, yes. And unfortunately, there are no... As far as I know, there's no way to get... iOS games onto your PC. If you're on Android, you can download BlueStacks or LD Player, and that basically has Google Play on it. So it's basically just LD Player and BlueStacks are basically just like a program that runs Android on your PC. As far as I know, nothing like that exists for iOS. Now, if Apple ever decides to make one of those, that would be sweet, but, Android's open source. You can buy a license to use Android and do whatever you want with it. To where Apple, they don't let people do that, so unless Apple made one themselves, it's never going to happen, unfortunately. But if Apple decides, hey, we want to make an emulator someday, that's about the only way that's ever going to be possible, but the way they do things, I highly doubt they're going to do that. Danny, so my understanding is this. If you get a duplicate Purple Star car, it's supposed to give you the option to strip it when it rolls into your garage. And if you don't do it right then and there, you're stuck with it. So when the car rolls in, look for the option to strip it when you get the duplicate Purple Star. Now, some people are saying that may no longer be an option, or there may be a glitch where it works sometimes but not others. But it's supposed to do that. but there is a chance that that's either been changed or they're just like everything else in the game. It might be a glitch where it doesn't work anymore, but it's supposed to work. Bad Daddio said, about to start my 110 garage on duplicates. Oh man. I'm going to tell you what, I would hate to have 110 garages. I think I've got like 60 or 70 garages and it's horrible. It's horrible. But I'm going to tell you what, one of the best things they ever added was the search feature. So if you're looking for a car, you can just type in the car and bam. At that point, you are good to go. But still, I mean, it's crazy having that many garages. JV says, that is new info. What is? Alright, JP found my lobby. Awesome. I'll be back out in the lobby here in a minute. JV says, let's go Android. Personally, I don't like Apple for a lot of reasons. It probably runs better than Android in general, but I'm just not a fan of Apple as a company in general, and I don't really like the way they do things with their iOS devices. I feel like, you know, Android's a lot more universal. You can do more stuff with it. There's less limitations. And it's usually a lot cheaper. You can usually get a decent Android phone for a few $100. Alright, we're about to come out to the lobby. Good swaps, buddy. Good swaps, good swaps. But I feel like Apple intentionally restricts you from doing a lot of things with their stuff. Because they're like snobs or something. Senna GTR. I mean, I guess it really depends on what you're trying to do with it. I mean, it's an okay car overall, but it's not going to be like great for live racing or anything. So if your goal is live racing, you're not going to like it. I mean, every car in the game that runs a decent time's got some advantages and disadvantages. I mean, that car is decent at best for everyday use, but not great for live racing. JV says, I got the Galaxy 15 4G for $100. How is it? I picked up a OnePlus Nord N35G or something like that for $200 a few months ago. It's a little laggy when you're doing like general use, but when you're playing games, it runs everything like a champ. Like it goes into gaming mode and it shuts down all the background processes and it has no problem running games. Best $200 phone I've ever seen in my life. Like, it is amazing for $200. I've always wondered about the inexpensive Samsungs. Bad Daddio said I stayed with Apple because they would not let me switch my account back to Android after I'd switched to Apple. I mean, Apple makes nice stuff. They really do. You know, everybody likes different things, but we all prefer different stuff. Now, some people, right, some people have an Android and an Apple device, and honestly, that I wouldn't mind having like an Apple tablet or something, but I wouldn't really want an Apple phone. Maybe I'm weird, but Crystal X says, Apple is just too expensive. Yeah, you know, that's one of the things. No, I think their iPads are... You can get a really nice iPad for like $400 or $500, which isn't bad. But their phones are crazy expensive. I think their phones are all like, what, $1,200 plus? Their PCs, not PCs, but their desktop computers are all crazy expensive. I mean, they are very expensive. I'm one of those people where like phones and stuff, I don't know. I like my computers, right? I'm not much of a phone guy. I use my phone to play some video games and make calls and everything else. When I get a chance, I do it on the PC. So, you know, if I use my phone for everything, I probably wouldn't mind spending more money to get a really high-end phone. But for what I do on a phone, I want to play games. If it runs games well and it works for everyday basic stuff, then I'm happy. You know, I don't need or want a fancy phone. Noah says you can get a base for $800. To me, $800 is an insane amount of money to spend on a phone. Personally, I think I think $500 would be the most I would ever be willing to spend on a cell phone. And even then, I would probably cry after making the purchase. I spent $500 on a phone. You know? JV says, I barely talk on the phone nor text. Yeah, I don't really either. I do use my phone for Discord though. But yeah, I do use a lot of Discord. That's the main thing I do. I watch YouTube, I play games, and I use my phone for Discord, so I do really basic stuff only on the phone. And I don't need anything special for that. Black Phantom says, my whole life revolves around my iPhone. Dave, remember back in the day when we didn't even have cell phones? You kind of got to wonder, like, back before we all had cell phones and computers, our lives functioned just fine. Imagine, like, you know, we didn't care. Everything worked perfectly without it back then. Imagine if all of a sudden, like, your computer and your cell phone were just gone and it disappeared. That would suck. We wouldn't know what to do with ourselves at that point. Bad Daddy-o, what do you mean your account's at 13.44 gigs? The CSR2 game is that many gigabytes right now? Is that what you're saying? I mean, 13 gigs is huge if that's the size of the game. I mean, most phones these days, I don't know about Apple's, but I know a lot of Androids have like somewhere at least like 64 gigs. But that's crazy if the game is actually that big. I haven't really paid attention to it, but I do notice this, right? Unless you have a phone with really huge amounts of storage, you generally can only get like 2 or 3 big games on your phone at once. Last time I remember looking, the game was like 7 or 8 gigabytes. So I guess the thing is there's probably, how many cars do we have now? Like 2,000? I bet we're getting close to having like 2,000 cars. So I guess I'm not really surprised if it's up to 13 gigs or 15 gigs, but that is huge for a game. Generally, when I buy a phone, though, I look for at least 120 gigabytes of storage. That's actually crazy if you think about it. I mean, more than likely, that's normal. I mean, one thing you could always do is uninstall and reinstall if you think it's wrong, but there's always a very small risk of, you know, something crappy happening. But it's only bad depending on if you don't have enough storage. Now, one thing, if you take a lot of photos and videos, every time you delete an old photo or an old video, your phone will put those into a trash folder and they stay there for another 30 days. So when you start running out of space, sometimes all you have to do is go into your photos and videos and delete the trash folder. And sometimes that will free up 20 or 50 or 100 gigs of crap that were just sitting around in the trash folder. Crystal X was trying to find me in the 10.6 lobby. You know what? I mean, I'm dyslexic. I misread things constantly, so don't feel bad if you read that wrong. We're in the 11.6, but nothing wrong. You know, don't feel bad about yourself for reading something incorrectly. Crap happens, you know. People aren't perfect. We all make mistakes. $512 gigabytes of storage is huge, so Dark's got that covered. Bad Daddy, I don't know how much storage your phone has, but if you're running out of space, I would go look through your old photos and videos and see if you can delete the trash folder. Because I tell you, that sucks up a lot of space sometimes. Noah says standard storage for an iPhone is 250 gigs. That's pretty good, actually. If that's the standard storage, that's not bad whatsoever. Millen says, we want the quality, right? We do need a gigabyte. Let that be clear. Yeah, anything that's got huge... Any game that's got like big maps or huge graphics or a lot of items definitely can take up a lot of space. But the game does keep getting bigger and bigger. But look at the graphics. They're crazy, crazy good. They're crazy good. JP says, my iPhone 15 has 128 gigs. That's actually a nice amount, in my opinion. Unless you're doing something crazy on your phone, I think that's plenty. Moosehead, what's up, buddy? How you doing today? Bad Daddy-O, you got 256 gigs? You're probably pretty good then. A 13 gigabyte game probably won't hurt you then, unless you've got like all kinds of junk on there. Alright. We're racing that little car is a monster right there. Wait, JV, what do you mean? They need to make another garage with TV inside? What do you mean TV? I do wish cars with neon lights, like the Fast and Furious cars with the underglow, I do wish it would show that in your garage, but unfortunately it doesn't. It would be wonderful if it did, but nope, they don't give us that, unfortunately. No, I don't even know how much storage my phone has, but I'm guessing like around 120. I'm just taking a guess here. I bought a budget phone, so it probably doesn't have a huge amount. I'm thinking it had 120. JV says, you've seen GTA 5 Garage. You know what? I've never really seen GTA 5, honestly. Whoa, Bad Daddy-O says, iPhone 17 has a 2 terabyte option. What does that cost? Like $6 grand? I bet that's unbelievably expensive right there. I could be wrong, but I got a feeling that's crazy expensive. That's too much money. My mind is blown. My screen's going crazy right now. My brain can't believe what I just heard. I actually need to pee, guys and gals, so I'm going to hit the be right back button. I'm going to run a couple of advertisements. Please watch them. That's how us YouTubers get paid, is when you guys watch the advertisements. So watch my ads. I'll be back in like 3 minutes. I shall return. All right. Be right back. Okay. I am back. I have returned. All right. My earbud's falling out, however. Okay. All right, where are we at? Tier 4 Rocket Bunny NSX. That's a sweet looking car. What about it though? I don't remember if it's any good, but that car looks awesome. I think it wins some live races. I don't think it's the best live racing car, but I think it was okay. I don't really remember the details, but that is a beautiful car. Hey, look, win, lose, you morons. All right. That guy in the Galaxy 500 has a very nasty name. He must be angry. Ah, crap. Shadow. Does the rookie pass disappear and then reappear? I need to know a few more details. Well, actually, I don't. If the answer to that question is yes, if it's there sometimes and it's not there others, all you need to do is turn off your phone's Wi-Fi or internet or whatever, and then wait like 10 seconds, then turn it back on, and then wait like, I don't know, 30 seconds to a minute later, the game will reconnect, and it should come back. Now, if you don't have it at all, that's a very different thing that I can't help you with, but... But if you never have it, that's one of those things where you have to contact game support and hope they can fix it. But there's a big major glitch where a lot of things aren't showing up on your map, especially the race pass. So turning off the internet and then turning it back on makes that show back up normally. Most of the time. Maybe not always. Nope. Yes. I thought he was going to get me. Shadow, you're welcome. All right. Good race. Good race. I thought I was going to lose for a second. That's a really good car, so I would not have been surprised if I would have lost. Don't mind me. I'm just making weird faces over here. Alright, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Hit that nitrous, but bam, bam, bam. I got a bad shift there, so that may, oh yeah, I'm gonna lose this one, aren't I? Well, got her, I think. Terry, have you ever decided to contact game support about not being able to see the showdowns? I mean, that's a huge part of the game. If showdowns are missing, that's holding you back from getting elite tokens and everything else. I would be up game support's butt over that. Like, hey, why is my account broken? You guys need to fix this. You know what I mean? I would be all over them about that. I'd be like, yo, game support, you need to fix this. You need to fix this now. Unfortunately, you know, these video games aren't perfect. They've all got glitches and problems, so not everything works the way we would like it to in life. Shadow said it worked. That's good, man. Unfortunately, when it disappears, it's a big inconvenience, but that's how you get it to come back. Crystal X says, I get the infinite loading screen from time to time. Yeah, I get that too. So if I open the game and it sits there for more than like a minute, maybe 2 minutes, then I just close it down and reopen it, and it normally loads in. But I do get that as well. It sucks when that happens, but the game's got problems, that's for sure. The game's got all kinds of problems. It's an awesome game though, so. Terry, I would probably message them at least like once every 2 or 3 weeks and say, hey, Any update on fixing this issue? I still can't see showdowns. This is the thing. My understanding is the way this game is coded, it's what developers call spaghetti code. And it can be a nightmare to find and fix problems on games that are coded this way. I guess it's like really old school coding, and it's not very plug and play. Yuma, how's it going, buddy? Thank you for being a channel member. He says Rip Ken Block. It's still amazing. I mean, I'm still amazed. He does all those car stunts and a snowmobile gets him. But I'll tell you what. I guess, you know, doing jumps and crazy stuff on a snowmobile is probably a lot more dangerous than in a car, because the car has got all kinds of safety features. Snowmobiles don't. Darth, what did Donna do to you? Kind of sad. Terry says, I might start reaching out every other day. My guess is it probably takes longer for them to get back to you than that, but I would probably do it every couple of weeks. Like, hey, you guys gonna fix my game or what? Maybe if enough people are complaining often enough, maybe they'll get it fixed faster. I don't know. I could be wrong. I could be very wrong about that, but Crystal, yeah, Donna probably screwed up the code. Donna did it. It was definitely Donna. Melon says, what I do every day is I turn my phone down for at least 5 minutes. No problems. What, do you turn the phone off for 5 minutes every day? Is that what you're saying? 3, 2, 1, go. I'm going to run a nice slow race here. Millen says, yes, declare the cache, it works. You know, I probably should turn my phones off more often, but I'm lazy. Now, I do usually restart my computer every day. That supposedly clears out all the junk. Alright, here we go. Bam! 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 Alright, there we go. Bam! Crystal X. Oh, I already read that one. This truck does pretty good, you know. This truck's pretty decent. I don't know, I mean, the way I set these cars up, they usually win like seven I don't know, 7 out of every 10 races, I would say. I mean, some people do beat these setups, but they do well. Ooh, I gotta race a CT5V Blackwing. This is gonna be a good race, or I'm gonna get smeared maybe. If this person knows how to tune this thing, I don't stand a chance. Let's find out. Do they got a good tune on it? Oh, I won! Alright. You definitely got to know what you're doing with it, though. I was not expecting to win that one. Dark said I did some live racing with it. Seems like it to be worth the upgrade. Darth, as far as I know, there's no fix for Showdown not showing up. If there is, I haven't found out about it yet. Ah, Noah just got the Camaro. Sweet, buddy. Oh, I just lost connection to the server or something. I got the red Wi-Fi up there. I'm going to wait for that to go away before I go back out to the lobby. I got a bad feeling it's going to kick me back to my garage, isn't it? Let's see what happens. Hold on a minute, everybody. Well, let's try and go back to our garage. Alright, well. We'll fill her on up. What's gonna happen? Hey, it didn't kick me. Alright. We got Stacks and then Casper, and the game is not letting us connect. Crab sandwiches. What's up, Slick? How you doing today, buddy? Hope you're doing awesome. Awesome. Close enough. Disconnected. Alright. Stacks, what are you driving there, buddy? Alright, here we go. Three, 2, 1, go. Let's see what this runs. If I get the kickback, then I do second nitrous. Alright, that ran slow. That wasn't as good. Slick's gonna blame Donna. That's the way to do it. Carrie says the Dork House. Gosh dang it, why do I say that every time? The Dark Horse. Every time. Every time. The Dark Horse is a good live racing car. Terry says I can share the setup if you want. That is a really cool car, actually. Slick, my day is going alright. I can't complain too much, you know. If I did, nobody would give a crap. Oh wait, it's my turn to win. I was about to slow down really fast. Or really slow, but... Noah says final relay time is 15.5. So basically you need both cars running around 7.5, I guess. Maybe 7.2, something like that. So if you can get both cars running 7.0, you're probably going to be okay. I don't know which cars are available for that or if they can both run 7.0, but I'm just talking. I'm just thinking out loud. Crystal X says, I prefer to call it the Dork House. I do like that name better, but Bien Lego, how's it going? How are you today? I appreciate everybody coming out to the live streams. Thank you for being here, everybody. I do appreciate it. Yuma says, had to learn Spanish living in Yuma, Arizona. A lot of our ranch hands are Spanish speakers. Yeah, when I was out in, when I went out to Phoenix, Arizona, there was a lot of people who would come up to me and try and speak Spanish, and I'm just like, and they seemed to be really offended that I didn't know how to speak Spanish, and I'm just thinking, wait a second, you go to another country that doesn't speak your language and you get upset because those people don't know how to speak your language? I mean, honestly, if I were going to go to another country, I would make sure I learn how to speak their language before I went, because common sense tells you you can't expect somebody from another country to know your language, you know what I mean? But some of them would get really mad, and they would, I mean, I don't really know what they were saying, but you could just hear in the tone of their voice that they were pissed off that you didn't know Spanish, and it's just like, wait a second. That's on you, dude. That's not, you know, that always got on my nerves. They would get really upset that you didn't know Spanish. I would always yell, "This is America. We speak English." I would yell back at them because they were always irate and crappy. Not always, but a lot of the times. I tried to learn Spanish and it did not work, unfortunately. It did not work. I actually took Spanish in school and I failed. That was back in high school. Like I couldn't get the hang of it. Trying to learn a new language is hard. Doris says my Countach is doing pretty good in the showdown. Yeah, if you got enough upgrades on it, it should do pretty decent. Noah says, working on construction sites, you see that a lot. What I don't understand, though, is like when somebody moves to another country and they don't learn the language there. I mean, some of these people have been here for like 10, 15 years and they still don't know the language. It's kind of like, that doesn't make sense. Danny says, I know Spanish, Taco Bell. Darker Knight knows how to say beer in Spanish. I know a few words. I know very little. Now, I will say this. I used to work at a restaurant with all these Mexican dudes. My God, they all spoke English. And they would bring me tamales. Oh my God, the tamales were so freaking good. I mean, you can't go to a Mexican restaurant and get food like that. Like, real Mexican food destroys what you get at a Mexican restaurant. But yeah, real tamales are freaking amazing. Loved them. Loved them. Just like when I had like people from India, I had food from... What is that noise? There's a loud rumbling sound. Hold on. What the hell is that? Hold on a second, guys. I think that's our furnace. Hold on. I will be right back. Something's wrong here. Hold on. I gotta go check out what this is before something blows up. Alright, where did I put my headphones? We've been having some furnace problems in the house here, so our furnace is broken, and it wasn't that. There's somebody's running an exhaust fan in the house. I thought that was the furnace having problems. Sorry, Stacks, for ditching on you, but I had to make sure we weren't ready to... If that was the furnace, I was like, that would need to be shut off, but... Okay. That scared the crap out of me. Normally that fan doesn't make a rumbling sound like that, but it freaked me out. Oh, we got it. We got it. We got it. All right. Perfecto. Darker Night says Japanese for beer. How do you pronounce that? I can't even read it. What's up, Rackman? How you doing today? Awesome to see ya. Alright, so Brandon wants to know if anybody who has showdown issues ever got the devs to fix it. I really don't know. As far as I know, the devs are trying to figure out how to fix the problem and haven't been able to yet. That's one thing about this game, is it's always got a lot of problems, which stinks, but unfortunately there's not much you can do about it. Sometimes you just gotta roll with the punches and I mean, that's a really big problem, actually. Noah says 20 degrees Fahrenheit. That's chilly. Where do you live, Noah? It's 40 degrees Fahrenheit for us. I think they said it was going to snow today, but It's not cold enough to snow, that's for sure. I think the weather people were wrong. They were very, very, very wrong. What about the shack, Carmelo? He says, is possible for the shacks. Just keep changing the dyno time every time you go back to the lobby. Brandon says, that's what they told me. I was just curious if anybody had gotten it fixed. One thing I've noticed is sometimes there will be a major glitch on this game and it will take them months to figure out how to fix it. I guess it just depends on... Like, one of the problems is the old school coding of this game. At least that's my understanding, is the old school coding causes a lot of problems and makes it hard to figure out fixes for things. I've never really been able to figure out how to make my cars get bots. Yuma said it's a wonderful 65 here. That's a nice temperature. $65 is a nice temperature for sure. Stacks, thanks for the swaps, buddy. Noah said it was 75 earlier and 20 today. I'm going to tell you what, I don't normally like gray, but that gray and black with the orange rims, I would like to race that car just because I want to see it. Ooh, look at that. I like it, surprisingly. I really like that. That looks sweet. I don't think they're going to accept the race, though. Nope. Danny says, please keep the snow up there in Canada. Twinkle Be Sad? Alright. That's an interesting name. Alright, nobody. This guy's name is Ferrari. Do you guys remember the original Fast and Furious movie where he pulls up next to the Ferrari and in the Supra and they rev their engines or whatever? The engine rev on the Ferrari goes Ferrari when he revs it. I don't know if anybody ever noticed that, but they made the car say Ferrari. Dark says the heat here is ridiculous. I'm going to tell you what, I do not like heat. There's a bunch of commotion going on in the house now. I don't know what they're doing. The folks I live with are out there, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I don't understand 90% of the things they do, honestly. None of it makes sense. Oh boy, Noah says -7. I don't know what that... I don't know Celsius, so... I have no idea what -7 Celsius is. We do Fahrenheit here, so... I don't know if that's really cold or kind of cold or super duper cold. I know it's at least a little bit cold. How does it feel having over 50,000 people watch you almost daily? Thing is, all right, I would say probably one thing about games like this is people come, they play for a few months, they leave. So I bet only about 20% of my subscribers are still watching my channel. I mean, I post a video that might get it gets a few thousand views, so how many people actually watch me per day? I'm not 100% sure. I really don't know, but it's definitely not 50,000. If it was, if I posted a video every day and it got 50,000 views, I would be rich. I would be rolling in the money if I got 50,000 views a day, but I only get a couple thousand views a day, so. I wish I got 50,000 a day. That would be amazing. But no, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I've just been doing it so long, I guess I'm used to it now, but I'm just glad people are liking the videos. I'm just happy to make videos that people find helpful or entertaining or useful or, you know, something along those lines. Yeah, video games like this do have high turnover rates. There's a small amount of people who play these games for years and years and years, but most people stay for like 2, 3, 4 months and then they move on to something else. So, you know, gaming channels that only deal with one game usually have a high turnover rate on viewers as well. Dark says, the only thing that's cold here in the Caribbean is my freezer. I can imagine it would be, I wouldn't want to live somewhere like that. Now, I wouldn't want to live in like Antarctica, but I think I would rather, if I had a choice, I would prefer to live somewhere where it was cold all the time, but not like freezing cold. If I could live somewhere where it was between like 30 and 60 degrees every day, I would be happy. I don't even know if that type of thing exists, but oh my god, minus 62 Fahrenheit, Noah. That's not acceptable. That is not acceptable. How would you even survive in that? Alright, Slick's in my lobby with Alexis. Oh crap, I got a bad launch right there. I messed the whole thing up. Am I still gonna win? Probably not. Nope. I lost big time. Thor says it's 12 in the UK. Yeah, my 40 degrees doesn't sound that bad. Makes your mouth freeze when you breathe. I can only imagine. That would be very unpleasant. Darth has done 5,000 daily races. I don't know how many I've done. I forget to do those all the time, so I'm really slacking on the daily races. I'm slacking big time on the daily races. Crystal X says, I'm giving up now. Quitters never win, but you know, I get it. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, I think it's my turn to lose this one, right? So I'm going to go nice and slow. All right. Back out to the lobby. Slick, maybe you can grab me if you're quick. Note that guy got me again. Three, 2, 1, go. All right. Oops, I guess it was my turn. Melon says, Danny looking for the next car. All right. What's a car that the majority of us have? I don't know, Melon. We need to, if we can find a car that most people probably have, that would be sweet. Can you think of anything that's really easy to get? Maybe one of the Elite Tuners cars, because you know what? If you don't have it now, you'll at least be getting it eventually. Or even the Legends car. Something that's easily obtainable by the average person. I don't think the Supra has any crazy tunes. I think the Supra is, you can set it up to be decent, but I don't think you're gonna get a crazy setup on the Supra. Or the Toyota 86. Not all cars are super tunable. Is that you, Slick? Hey, Clavia, how you doing today? Darker Knight says, even most of the newer players have a Supra. Yeah, but I don't think you can get a really good tune on that, though. That's the thing. I mean, if you can find one, that would be great, but I don't think so. Rackman says, what time is the lobby? I think we're in 12.6, my friend. Yeah, Millen doesn't really like the Supra, guys. I'm not sure why. He said he's got one problem with it. Oh, Melon says, I know most got it, but they don't have it deleted. That's true. It does take a long time to get that thing elite. What's a car that's really easy to get? That's the problem, though. There's like 2,000. There's probably going on 2,000 cars in the game now. And a lot of them aren't easy to get is the issue. See, that's the big issue. Not everybody has every car. None of the boss cars are very good at Clavia. I mean, except for maybe like one of the lower tier cars, but the majority of boss cars are absolutely terrible at live racing. Like, you might get the tier 1 Civic to do well at live racing, you might get Sneak's Ford Focus Trackster to win some live races, but most of those boss cars aren't going to win crap. Carry the Nissan Premium GTR, I don't think you're going to find a good live racing setup for that. Now, the Bugatti W16 Maestro is amazing, but how many people have it, I guess? That's the thing. Melon, you know what? Ow! Muscle spasms. Hold on. That felt like someone just stabbed me in the back with a knife. Wow. Ah, Jack Roush Mustang stacks. That is actually an excellent idea. Or a Dark Horse. Yeah, you know, something from collections, because people can get those. We could do a Gamera, a CC850. Alright, now I don't know whose turn it is to win here. But yeah, like a collections car that doesn't cost a lot of tokens to get would be a good idea. That would be a really good idea. Doris says, on Gran Turismo, I put a Ford V8 GT40 element engine in the Focus RS with almost 800 horsepower. Nice. That's kind of cool. You can do that type of thing. Well, Melon, the only thing is, I mean, if the car needs stage 6, so be it, but does the average player have a bunch of stage 6 parts for their cars? I don't know. That's the thing. And if they do, which ones did? That's the problem. Some people don't have stage 6 parts. Some people do. Alright, we only got a couple minutes left on the live stream, everybody. John says the Jack Roush is a great car. Yeah, that is a very good car. I guess we could share it with and without stage 6 parts. But I mean, most of these cars do much better if you can get a couple of stage 6 for them. I should make a shirt that says ba-bam. I'm not very good at designing shirts, honestly. Like, it took me so long. Like, the couple of designs I have on my little merch store, it took me so long to make those. I'm terrible at designing things. Terrible. Actually, you know what? I am out of gasoline here. Let me get one more tank of gas. Melon said it's not good. It's fantastical. Uh-oh. Stacks, good swaps, buddy. I ran out of gas, my man. I'm sorry. 3, 2, 1, go. Today is Sunday, right? That's the worst part about running out of gas is sometimes people disconnect. Alright, Wimpu, what's up, buddy? He says, what's the best American road trip prize car so far? I'm going to tell you what, man. I couldn't tell you which cars came from what. I don't have that kind of memory. I don't know which prize cars came from Art 5 over the years, but best is also kind of hard to, I don't know. Best is kind of hard to figure out as well, depending on what you're trying to do with it. Slick said I was gonna give you 200K. Thanks, my man, but the gasoline did not allow for it. S. Holloway grabbed me. I like that car right there. That's a nice color. I like muscle cars. That just looks like a nice classic muscle car. Alright, Melon's gonna go for a stage 5 tune on the Jack Roush. Yeah, that'll be really cool, Melon. I think that'll be a super cool way to do it. To tell you the truth. How many Art 5s are there? I don't know. Those American road trip events always have like who knows how many parts to it. Probably like 10. There's probably like 50 different prize cars just from American Road Trip 5. Did I move to a different lobby? No, I didn't. Alright, Scott Henry. Oh my god, you're racing me in F12 Berlinetta? I'll be nice. Watch. 3, 2, 1, go. I don't think that car has any chance of winning, but I'll go ahead and slow down and run a nice slow one. And he still barely won. Slick says my LC 500 is maxed out. Those are sweet cars. Clay says I'll be waiting for that. I'm building mine for Tempest. I am hungry. I am very, very hungry. No, it says Detroit, Salt Lake City, Phoenix, Las Vegas, Los Angeles, and might be some others. So that's at least 5 events right there. Alright, I'm just going to go ahead and pull out of here, guys and gals. The Clavier, yeah, the Crow got a... You're talking about the little, You're talking about these things, right? You're talking about these? Yeah, the Crow has one of these. It was free. Everybody got it for free, but I had a glitch where I wasn't able to collect mine for some reason. I don't know what happened, but... maybe I'll change mine up. I don't have a lot of these, but... I don't even know what that trophy's for. Let's just apply that for... why not? Something to do, I guess. Something different than I've had for the last 12 years. I do like running the Kim block ones, but... I can always change back after a while if I want to. But yeah, these Kim block cars are sweet. Alright, I think that's pretty much it for today's live stream. So I just want to say thank you guys and gals for coming out. I am I'm floating. Come back. I'm floating. Don't ask. I'm weird. I'm weird. Don't ask. Don't ask. But no, thanks for watching my videos and watching my live streams and everything else. I definitely appreciate you guys and gals. I really do. I was going to say something and I forgot what it was, so... I really don't know. But our stream time is up for the day. When's the new update? I just got it. You'll probably be getting it pretty soon if you don't have it yet. Alright everybody, catch you later. Thanks for coming out. It's time for me to go have some breakfast and then... I gotta start working on some stuff for one of my other YouTube channels and finish up some editing, and I might completely reset my computer today. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm definitely thinking about it. It feels like it needs it. I kind of hate to do that because it takes like a whole day or two to get everything back up and running, but I might do it to it. I gotta double check a couple of things really quick that I got uploaded, and then yeah, I might do that later. I'm not sure. I need to do it. My computer's been running really crappy lately, so I need to get that done one of these days. Alright everybody, thank you. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Thanks for coming out. You guys and gals are amazing. Lightning out, and we will catch you next time. Alright, bye-bye.